Listen up, Golden Gang. I've assembled you all here so we can decide once and for all which one of you is the best golden skin and which one is absolute trash. Let me save you some time, see? I'm the best one, see? Sit down and shut up, Crook Boss. Spoiler alert, you are not the best golden tower because everyone hates how often you say see. See? One thing I can guarantee is that this is going to be the most difficult thing you do in your entire life. There's going to be strength testing. There's going to be speed testing. There's even going to be agility testing. All in order to answer the most important question in the world, which one of you is the best golden skin? Do you understand?
Sir, yes, sir.
See? Excellent. Now get out there and show me what you got.
Show me what you got.
Welcome back, Cat Gang, or if you're new to my channel, just welcome. My name is Harrison, and I do in fact have two cats. In this video, I'll be ranking all the golden skins in Tower Defense Simulator from worst to best. Now, if you're new to the game and you're unfamiliar with the golden skins, they can be obtained by opening a golden crate, which you purchase in the item shop for 50,000 coins. This is the single most expensive item in the game, and many players spend a lot of time just grinding coins to get their next golden crate in the hopes that they get a skin they'll actually use. If you want to know the fastest way to grind coins in TDS, then you're in luck, because I recently made a video about that exact thing. You can find a link to that video in the description below, or you can click the link in the top right hand corner of your screen now. One thing you have to know about opening a golden crate is that you don't get to choose a skin that comes out. It's completely random, which means that if you have bad luck, you might have to open all 6 crates just to get that one skin that you want. Now you might be wondering, Harrison, I don't even know what my options are. What skins can I get out of the golden crate? Well, that's simple. As of the making of this video, there are 6 golden skins in the game: Golden Cowboy, Golden Pyromancer, Golden Scout, Golden Minigunner, Golden Crook Boss, and Golden Soldier. This is actually the exact order I got my golden skins in, just so you know. Alright, so I've covered what the golden skins are and which towers they go to. Now I'm going to be covering what they do. I'll break each tower down in more detail during the ranking part of this video, but just generally speaking, the golden skins give their tower a buff. This is typically more damage, but it can also be more range. Now here's the most important question. Are the golden skins worth getting? The easy answer is yeah, and for 2 reasons. One, trying to get enough coins to buy Golden Crate gives you a goal, and every game is more fun to play if you have a goal. I've been playing TDS for over a year now, and sometimes people ask me if I'm bored with the game, and my answer is always no. The game entertains me because I always have some goal I'm striving for. It used to be to collect all the golden skins. Now it's simply getting to rank 400 and reaching 1,000 wins. And just for the record, I'm currently ranked 331 and have 804 wins. Anyway, working towards a Golden Crate is a good way to keep the game fun and entertaining. The second reason I think the golden skins are worth having is they do give a slight boost to certain towers that make them worth using. A good example is the Golden Cowboy, because the skin is buffed in a certain way that makes using that skin over the regular skin more beneficial. A bad example would be the Golden Pyro, because the buff just doesn't make enough of a difference to really matter. Alright, line up, towers, it's time to start the ranking. And coming in last place, the worst golden skin in Tower Defense Simulator is the Golden Soldier. Big surprise here. I chose the Golden Soldier as the worst golden skin for several reasons. If you watched the video I just made where we faced off against the Fallen King with 120 Golden Soldiers, then you know that the Golden Soldier's stats are almost identical to the Golden Scouts, and yet he costs a lot more money. Now, I've been playing a lot of Battle Cats lately, which is the mobile game that inspired the Nico DJ skin, and one thing I've noticed in that game is there is a lot of overlap between the towers. This is because they just have so many of them. That's bound to happen when you have a lot of options, and I really think that's what's happening here with the Golden Soldier. It's redundant, but that's not to say it isn't useful. If it's the first golden skin you get, then that's not too terrible. It's decent for early game, but it really is not worth the investment beyond level 2. At that point, the upgrade costs go through the roof, and you're better off putting that money into late game towers, because as you can see from the stats chart here, even at max level, the Golden Soldier only has a DPS of 23.07. Another reason why I put the Golden Soldier in last place is because there's almost no difference between the stats of the regular soldier and its golden counterpart. I put the 2 stat charts side by side so you can see for yourself. If you follow my advice and only upgrade the soldier to level 2 before turning your attention to more powerful towers, the golden skin is only going to get you a measly 0.34 increase in DPS. This comes from the golden skin getting 1 more round per burst, and that's the Golden Soldier's buff. and increased burst. It's +1 at level 0, 1, and 2, +4 at level 3, and +10 at level 4. But even giving this tower a massive burst at max level isn't enough to save it from the trash can, where it should stay until it gets some better stats. Alright, moving on to number 5. And the winner of the second worst golden skin in Tower Defense Simulator is the Golden Pyromancer! Okay, this also shouldn't come as a big surprise. It's kind of a meme in the TDS community at this point. Now, the biggest reason I put this skin at number 5 is because the Pyro itself has some useful qualities, and the Golden Pyro gets a very useful range buff, making it more useful than its non-golden counterpart. One discrepancy I want to point out is that in the TDS wiki, it says the Golden Pyro gets a 25% damage buff and a 50% range buff, but when you look at the stats tables from the regular version and the golden version side by side, you only see a difference in the range. Now, I don't know if the stat tables are wrong or if they're right and it only gets a range buff, but just be aware that there does seem to be some confusion on this point. I think it's supposed to get both a damage and a range boost, so I don't know why that's not reflected here. Anyway, you can see from these charts that the Golden Pyromancer has the exact same stats as the regular version, with the exception of the range. This makes the biggest impact at max level, coming in at 16.5 versus 11. That's a huge difference in range, especially when you're buffing this tower with a DJ. The other two benefits that the Pyromancer as a tower has that the other golden towers don't is the ability to do piercing damage and the ability to lower an enemy's defense. The basic rundown on piercing damage is that the Pyromancer's flames shoot through the zombies, which allows it to do damage to multiple enemies at once. And even though the tower doesn't have hidden detection, it is able to hit hidden enemies with this piercing effect. In my opinion, this makes the tower a little bit more useful. Now, what makes it a lot more useful is its ability to lower a zombie's defense by 50%. This means you can combine the Pyro with other high fire rate towers like the minigunner or the turret to take down enemies that have strong defense even faster. So while the Golden Pyromancer isn't a great damage tower on its own, it's truly one of the best support towers in the game. Now, moving on to the last of the 3 worst golden skins. Coming in at a hot and spicy number 4 is the Golden Crook Boss! Hey, what the heck, see? That's right, Crook Boss, you didn't even make it to the top 3. Oh, I see how it is, see? Better sleep with one eye open, see? What was that? Nothing, see? That's right, I put the Golden Crook Boss at number 4 for one big reason. He says see too much. No, but seriously, let's go over his stats. The only buff this tower gets is 40% more damage, which also applies to its minions. You can see from these two charts here that nothing else changes between the regular Crook Boss and the Golden Crook Boss except the total damage, which then affects DPS. The 40% buff on 7 damage only adds 2 more damage, giving the Golden Crook Boss 9 total damage. This really doesn't seem like much, but it is enough to make the DPS go from 46.67 to 60. And 60 is a pretty good DPS. Just for comparison, the Golden Crook Boss and the Golden Soldier have very similar stats up to level 4. The big difference is that the Crook Boss can be upgraded one more time to level 5, which gives him the same range as the max level soldier, but with triple the DPS. Combine this with the fact that the Crook Boss spawns in minions, and you can understand how he can hold his own in late game. I'd even say that without the ability to spawn minions, he'd still be a good late game tower. His big handicap right now is the fact that he has a placement limit of 6, but he only has that because he's a spawner tower. Get rid of that, and his DPS puts him on par with the regular minigunner and the Golden Cowboy, both of which we use to kill the Fallen King. Now, the biggest reason I put this golden skin at number 4 is because it gives a huge boost to the damage of the Crooks and the Mafias. And while these little guys don't do much compared to the stronger towers like the Pursuit or the Ranger, they are what makes the Crook Boss unique, so taking their DPS from 20 to 33.33 is a big reason to use the golden skin variant instead of the regular one. Alright, now, moving on to the top 3 golden skins in Tower Defense Simulator. Oh my god, this is a huge upset! Number 3 is Golden Minigunner! Now, Golden Minigunner is considered by many people to be the best golden skin in the game, and by putting it at number 3, I'm not saying that it isn't good. What I am saying is that these last 3 golden skins all have their uses. So the buff on the Golden Minigunner is 50% more damage. This is huge. This is the second biggest damage buff we're gonna see on a golden skin, and for a high DPS tower like the Minigunner, it can really make a difference. But if you're just looking to play with the Minigunner in a regular game and you're not doing doing a challenge or something like that, the golden mini isn't really necessary. Just know that this is the first golden skin that actually does have a big buff over the normal version. Comparing these two stat charts here, you can see that everything's the same except for the damage, which affects the DPS. Notice how there's no difference between the two skins at the lower levels, but once you upgrade the golden minigunner to level 3, you're going to start to see that increased damage. Now, there are a couple of reasons I didn't rank the golden minigunner higher on this list. The first one is that there may or may not be a rate of fire bug in Tower Defense Simulator right now that keeps it from doing maximum damage. I know the bug was there before the hardcore update and that there was a lot of talk about how it was going to be fixed with the update, but since then I haven't gone back and tested it to see how much damage it actually does. So if the fire rate bug is still in the game, that adversely affects towers with high fire rates like the minigunner, turret, accelerator, and so on. The second reason is that I don't think this skin is absolutely necessary. The regular minigunner already does a massive 80 damage per second, and if that can't get the job done, I don't know if the golden version can. Most of the strategies I know of that use the minigunner don't require the golden mini specifically. One exception is back when the duo Halloween strat was working. I know you had to use it for that. But when we did 120 minigunners versus the Fallen King, we used regular minis and we won. Of course, then we took that challenge to Polluted Wasteland to face off against the nuclear Fallen King, and we lost again. Once with regular minigunners, and again using nothing but golden minis. So it didn't make that much of a difference. But as far as golden skins go, this is one that you're going to want to leave on your minigunner most of the time. Alright, moving on to the top 2 golden skins in Tower Defense Simulator. Which one is going to take home the gold, and which one is going to be the first loser? Coming in at number 2 is the Golden Cowboy. This was a tough choice, but I put the Golden Cowboy in the second spot for one very simple reason. You don't have to use it in place of the regular variant. Most of the time, you can still use regular Cowboy and it won't make that much of a difference. The buff for the golden skin is 25% more damage, 15% more range, and you get cash on every 4th shot instead of the 5th. But all of this comes at a cost of a 25% increase to the upgrade price. You can see from comparing these two stat charts that the price difference isn't much at the lower levels, but by the time you get to levels 4 and 5, it really makes a difference. Initially, your goal should be to place a bunch of level 3 cowboys to get a good money flow coming in, which will then help you offset the higher prices of those level 4 and level 5 upgrades, and the fact that you earn more money faster with the golden version really helps get those upgrades as well. Now, the biggest reason I put this golden skin so high on this list is because we tried to kill the Fallen King with 120 regular cowboys and we lost, but when we tried it with 120 golden cowboys, we won. I was honestly flabbergasted by this. I couldn't imagine that there'd be enough of a difference between the regular version and the golden version to matter, but apparently the increased DPS combined with the increased range make all the difference. So if you're using the cowboy for challenges or for a special event, I'd highly recommend equipping the golden skin over the regular, but if you're just playing the game to grind or for fun, it's not absolutely necessary. And that brings me to the number 1 golden skin in Tower Defense Simulator. By process of elimination, you already know what it is: the Golden Scout! That's right, people. The Golden Scout is easily the best golden tower in the game for one very simple reason. You have to use it instead of the regular version. Get that green scout out of here. The stats on the Golden Scout absolutely destroy the regular one. The golden buff is 100% more damage at levels 0, 1, and 2, 150% more damage at level 3, and a whopping 200% more damage at level 4. This makes the golden skin so much different from the normal variant that it's basically a whole new tower. This massive damage boost comes with a 100% increase for all the upgrade prices, but the tower is so dang cheap to start with, it literally doesn't matter. Now you can see why this skin is absolutely necessary for the Scout. The Golden Scout has become a staple of so many good TDS strats. You have to have it for Hidden Wave. You have to have it to get Cowboy. Well, you don't have to have it for Cowboy, but it makes life so much easier. The fact is, the Golden Scout is the perfect early game tower. In fact, it's so perfect that I've even been able to use it in multiple solo fallen strategies. Just look at the difference between the stats of the Golden Scout and the regular Scout. The regular one is basically unplayable. It's so bad that it doesn't even matter that it's cheap. But turn to the Golden Scout and everything changes. This makes me think that a better use of the golden skins is to give them to early game towers that suck, so more experienced players have a reason to go back and use them. Instead of making mediocre towers like the Soldier or the Pyromancer gold, how about the Sniper or the Paintballer? Imagine a golden Paintballer, and just buff it the same way the Scout got buffed. Make its upgrades twice as expensive, but make it do 200% more damage at max level. This wouldn't make those towers good in-game towers, but it would make them fun to use at the start of a match. And that leads me to the main drawback of the Golden Scout. It's only viable during early game. Even with the stat buffs, at some point, you've got to replace it. So that's where the other golden skins, like the Golden Cowboy and the Golden Minigunner, beat the Golden Scout. But overall, the Golden Scout wins out simply because it takes an unusable tower and turns it into something that's fun to play with. So those are my golden skin rankings. I think it's a pretty good list. I tried my best to base my decisions on tower statistics and usefulness as opposed to popular opinion or which one looks the coolest. So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Do you agree that Golden Soldier is trash and Golden Scout is God? Or do you think, nah fam, it's all about the Golden Crook Boss, see? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button with your forehead, hit that subscribe button with your big toe, and turn on notifications however you can so you don't miss any of my amazing upcoming content. And while you're at it, go ahead and join my growing Discord community. You can do that at discord.gg/JustHarrison things. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, be safe, and never forget what I always say. Peace!